had to go off to China for about 6 weeks to make a film. I think my younger daughter was about 2 at the time. And I found that very hard, actually, and it was the days before mobile phones, so we didn't phone home every day. After about 2 weeks, I phoned home. And my younger daughter said, well, you know, where are you? When are you coming home? And it was a tear-jerking moment, really. I was really upset.
The best thing about filmmaking is that you do it in one big clump. You might do a month's shoot, and it will be long, horrible days.
It's just intensely busy, and I was exhausted. And I've had a month and a half break without much camera work, which has been ideal.
You have long periods when you're not doing that, when you can work at home, when you can manage your own time very easily.
That kind of break has been essential. And so it is a kind of fluctuating pace, if you like. You do feel you have to take any job that comes your way, or at least look at any job that comes your way.
It's very hard to turn work away. So you might say, I'm going to work for 12 weeks, then I'm going to take 3 weeks, 4 weeks off to recuperate. If at the end of that 12 weeks you get another job, which may be another 12 weeks, it takes a very brave person to say, no, I'm not doing it. And that is a risk, I think. I think you have to be very careful with that.
The film I'm shooting at the minute, which I've been working on for a month or so, is just taking over my life.
But you do hear of people who just, get burned out, get exhausted. I was on a production once myself in which the the production manager of all people went slightly mad. I mean, he just lost it, and we lost him. We had to lose him. And it turned out he'd been working non-stop for about 18 months, literally, almost 7 days a week. And he was an obsessive.
It is an obsession, I suppose, but not one where other things are shut out. So there's this constant question of management, self-management, how many things should I get involved in, and what is my level of commitment. The level of commitment is always more than you expect, always.
At one time I had 10 people working for me, all with families. It kept me awake at night, really, thinking, if I didn't get the next job, who's going to feed their children?
You have to weigh up your contentment in life as a parent, separate from your children.
I got married in September, and I've started this next production that a lot of my time, which should be going into building up a new marriage, has to go into this film. In many respects, the film has to come first and the marriage second.
I just took on too much work for too long a period, then it would be erosive to a relationship.
There are risks, I suppose, in balancing your family life or your domestic life with your work life. I think it's why a lot of people in film and television marry or live with other people in film and television.
Relationships made and broken during film production, because it's so intense when everyone's together day in, day out. You can't help but start flirting with someone on the team.
It can be a problem if the patterns and rhythms of your work are seriously in conflict with those of your home life. And I think it's particularly a problem, really, if you're bringing up young children. You can sometimes be forced to make a choice between being there and watching them grow up.
So it is a concern, though. I mean, a lot of DPs have divorced, have a lot of family problems because they just don't have the time and energy to put into it. Fortunately, with my wife, it's quite easy to make that work.
It was a freezing cold January, and I was actually filming on the Great Wall, minus 30 degrees. God, it was cold. And I thought, I really don't want to be here. Not just because it was cold, but I did miss my children. You fill a suitcase with cuddly toys and things from China to sort of assuage your guilt about that.